Hey everybody, here we are. The video is called Day 9. I think it might actually be Day 10, but who cares? Between Day 9 and Day 10, doesn't really matter. So definitely been settling into a pattern around here. Been working a lot, been spending a lot of time doing that. These long days too, because for whatever reason, well, I know the reason, it's really bright in the morning. And so I'm getting up at 6 or 6:30. And then even the other day, I looked carefully up in the window and I found there's a blackout blind. And so last night I pulled it down and it was definitely darker, but I still got up at 6. I don't know why. It's just a pattern I'm on, I guess. But it's fine. But it means that because most of the people I know are 5 hours behind me, that really, 9 a.m. for them is basically 2 in the afternoon. So I'm going to have 8 solid hours of nobody online, no one to talk to. So I look forward to 2 o'clock in the afternoon so I can message my people back home. One thing I definitely discovered today. So my today was Sunday, and again El Domingo. I made some. What did I do? I went to the park to try and even out my burn here on my neck. Obviously, I haven't quite made it yet, but we did 20 minutes on each side and then walked around the park. It's called the Rosedale Park, Parque Rosedale, basically Rosedale Park. Beautiful park with a lake in it, and tons of people there, especially on a Sunday. So spent some time there, lying on a I really don't. I don't go to parks and lie in the sun very often. This is kind of a special condition for me. And one of the things you notice when you decide where to put your towel down is that it's covered in ants. There's ants of various sizes. I would say 3 different species of ants right around the place where I was lying down. So they would kind of get on me and I kind of brush them off. Also, it rained super hard 2 days ago on Friday. And so still in a bunch of the parks, there's standing water. It was either that's normal or it rained really hard. And I'm from Vancouver and I've seen some rain, but this wasn't the, it can rain hard in Vancouver. Usually we get the kind of relentless drizzle, cold, miserable drizzle off the Pacific. And they get here in Argentina, it seems like we get a hard rain, not the drizzle. So Friday night was quite dramatic. Thunder showers, lightning, rain pummeling down. I was going to go play chess on Friday night, but that's a good 25-minute walk from here, and the rain was coming down hard, and I am not equipped for that. I just thought it would be hot all the time. Maybe that's dumb, but I didn't bring any warm clothing. I didn't bring an umbrella. Certainly not. One thing I will say about my decision to be down here at this time of year, I mean, pros and cons. It's much nicer weather, I think, than we're going to be having in Vancouver for the next 3 months. But it's spring, and so I have hay fever. I never have hay fever in November. It doesn't make any sense. And I realized if I played my cards just exactly right, I could have hay fever all year long. It would be wonderful. How amazing would that be? Anyway, yesterday, Saturday, was a beautiful day. That's why I'm sniffling. It's the hay fever. So Saturday was a beautiful day, and I decided to did some work in the morning. I decided to go out for a long walk, and I stumbled across this beautiful, quite famous sculpture. It's an enormous steel flower that opens and closes, and it's from here. It's just you walk through the park and down to the next main street closer to the river, the Rio de la Plata, and then through the Embassy District, which I'll get to in a second. And then I stumbled across this flower. I took a picture of myself in front of it, in front of it. And then I continued walking all the way to the Teatro Colón, which is a beautiful, sort of like the National Theater. It's very close to the obelisk. I thought about getting a tour, but it was really busy that day, so I might go back a different day. Now, back to the embassy thing. So I didn't know I was going to walk through the embassy zone, but all of the embassies are kind of on that route, except for the U.S. one. The U.S. embassy is right here near me, which I discovered on one of my other walks. And so there's a lineup of people dealing with visa issues and stuff. But the embassy district is further above. So I imagine that's where all the diplomatic staff stay. And then I stumbled across the Canadian embassy, and of course, we had a Ukrainian flag out front. I actually took a picture of the embassy, and the guy, oh, I'm so sorry about the sniffling. The guard inside walked out and said, "Hey, what are you up to?" And I said, "I'm Canadian. I'm just taking a picture. Can I?" I asked him if I could have a little Canadian pin or something. He says, "No, I just got mine." Oh, okay, great. But he also reminded me that Canada has the largest Ukrainian expat community in the world, and so we're very much on the Ukrainian side in the war. Just as an aside, I walk around with a Ukrainian hat with a tresuk, I think it's called, the three-tooth symbol, which is a very Ukrainian symbol, and I bought it after the war started. And there's a lot of Russian people around, and I keep wondering, am I putting myself in any danger? Like, am I going to find somebody from The Americans, which was a show about Russian spies, going to come up and, hit me with a little bit of polonium in my tea, or a little bit of ricin on the tip of their umbrella? These are all real things. You can look them up. Anyway, I'm not really worried about it. So that was yesterday, and then I sat down at a coffee place to get my usual café con leche and dos media lunas. And again, I can talk to them a little bit, but I cannot understand what they're saying back to me. So we've resorted to sign language at that point. And so I'm pretty sure the lady asked me, "Do you want sweet croissants?" That's what a media luna is. It's a croissant. Sweet or savory. And I definitely wanted the savory ones, and so she brought those to me. And I sat there, but 20 feet away on one side of me were some homeless people. And since I got accosted by the sock salesman the other day, I'm trying to be a little bit careful. And everybody tells me, like, don't leave your phone out on the table. So I didn't do that. And finally, I also found some of these postcards, and I was able to go to the guy in the kiosk and say, "Tienes postales de Buenos Aires?" And this guy finally said yes. It was like my 10th try, and so I have that now, and I'm going to send them to the people back in Vancouver. And then the other funny thing, I'm in a pattern now where I cook dinner. It's the best way to go. I'm not really that keen on going out to restaurants by myself anyway, so. I cooked dinner, and yesterday I had just finished cooking dinner, and I'm doing dishes, and then I leaned over kind of fast towards to look at something that I was doing, and I hit my head right there on the very sharp corner of the cabinets, and it hurt right away. But I didn't look at it in the mirror until the following morning, and I had this really nice. It's actually better now, but really nice little scab. So. Hopefully I don't do anything here alone in my apartment that's going to cause mortal injury, but hopefully that's the worst that happens. I had a couple of observations I want to make about the people that live here in Buenos Aires. Very, very friendly people, very warm, very willing to talk, although again, I don't understand, but hopefully I'm getting better. I do an hour of Spanish lessons every day, and also a lot of tattoos. Like everybody here, not everybody, 50% maybe of the people have tattoos, and I mean all ages, young people, old people. It's nice weather, so they're wearing short sleeves, or they're wearing tank tops, or lots of shorts, and lots of people have a ton of tattoos. I'd say double the proportion or more than in Vancouver. So tattoos are a big thing here. Maybe I'll get a tattoo of the Argentinian flag or somewhere on my body. Probably not. Anyway, that's it for now. Stay tuned for more. Again, I'm not going to really publicize these on Facebook anymore. And so if you want to be reminded when the next one comes up, just subscribe here on YouTube. And Mom, I think you need an account to subscribe. Okay. Have a good night, everybody.